Welcome to another class with me, Isabel. And this class, you will need a prop. I've got a ball, which is like a squishy Pilates ball, but you can use a pillow or anything that you could use either to put between your hands or your inner thighs for certain exercises. It's not the end of the world if you don't have it. You can still do the class without. So as a start, let's come down and sit on our knees or find a nice comfortable cross-legged position on your mat and close down your eyes. Just take a moment to settle your body and take a deep breath in through the nose and release the breath out through the mouth. And again, take a deep breath in through the nose and release the breath out through the mouth. One more time, deep breath in and release the breath out. And today's class is going to focus around balancing the left and the right side of the body. So we'll use a lot of unilateral, which just means working one side at a time, movements, so that we can work out and feel the different sides individually. And to start with, let's do a breathing practice which also balances the left and the right sides of the brain. In Sanskrit, it's called Nadi Shodhana, but we can just say nostril breathing or alternate nostril breathing. So we're going to take the right thumb and place it on the edge of the right nostril, and then I like to place the first two fingers of my right hand between my eyebrows as a resting point. The fourth finger of your right hand will go on the left nostril, and you can just bend the little finger or the smallest baby finger in towards your palm. And there's another video that I've done which actually zooms in so you can see a little bit clearer. I think it's 3 breathing practices on for your day, so you can always find that video. I'll link it below. But other than this, let's bring the left palm of the hand into a comfortable position, or you can bring first finger and thumb together of the left hand, the other finger's nice and long. And we're going to start by closing the right nostril and breathing in through the left nostril. And then we're going to close the left nostril and breathe out through the right nostril. So breathing in through right, closing right, breathing out through left. Breathing in through left, closing left, and then breathing out through right. So just continuing by yourselves in this way, and maybe you want to keep the eyes closed or the gaze low as you take the breath from one nostril, inhale, to the other nostril, exhale, and vice versa. And we're going to go for about 10 rounds of this breath. And it doesn't matter if it's not 10, doesn't matter if it's more or less. It's just a number to orientate you towards the horizon of where we might want to go to. So just continue following a rhythm that works for you. Maybe it's slower than me, or maybe it's a little bit faster. Again, as I said before, this breath is a brilliant breath to integrate the left and right hemispheres of the brain. Left nostril correlating with the right side of the brain. Right nostril correlating with the left side of the brain. Let's take our last 3 breaths. So wherever you are, breathing in through one side, whichever one you're at, and breathing out through the other, gently releasing the fingers as you move from nostril to nostril. And as we take our final round, just bring your hands to your knees and close your eyes and just sit with sensation or whatever may be moving through you. Maybe it's nothing, maybe it's something. Maybe the sensation has a warmth or a coolness to it. And just take your awareness to wherever you feel anything in your body. And if you don't feel anything, that's also okay. That's information as well. And then gently let's open the eyes, maybe take a few rolls of the wrists. And we'll start by side bending. So I'm going to come now to sit on my glutes, and you might want to as well. I sometimes like to sit, if you have your cushion or your ball, you might just want to prop it underneath you, depending on whether you find you need a little elevation. If you find that it's hard to sit with a straight spine, you might need to lift the hips and it might be a little bit more comfortable. So from here, let's inhale, reach the arms up, and then as we exhale, release one hand down as you extend the other arm up and over. And it does not matter which arm you start with. But when you're in this position, see if you can extend your fingertips towards the wall next to you, and then see if you can draw your shoulder back so that you open this side of the torso, whichever one is open towards the ceiling. And then if you take your gaze up as well, so direct your eyes up towards the ceiling, you might find that even more you can open and spiral your chest up to find a little bit more space, maybe where there wasn't space before. And when you find the position that feels good for you, just take 3 breaths here. Deep breath in for 1 and release. Deep breath in for 2 and release. Final deep breath in for 3 and release the breath out, and let's go all the way over to the other side. Left hand or whichever hand comes down, the other arm reaches up and over. And again, those 3 points, extend your fingers first. And sometimes I see students with their elbows bent, so you really want to try and imagine I've got my hands around your fingers and I'm pulling your fingers all the way to that wall next to you, and you'll feel a lengthening up from that hip. And then draw your shoulder back, and then take your gaze upwards to spiral and open the other side of the chest. Nice, let's take 1 more deep breath here. Maybe you've done 2 already, if not an extra one, of course. And then slowly come back through to center. And then from here, we'll just take some Sufi grinds. So releasing that block, it might be a bit more comfortable. Hands come onto the knees, and let's breathe in to circle around towards the right, and breathe in to come back around the left. So breathing in and breathing out. Breathing in and out. And you might want to take, in this moment now, your Ujjayi breath. Ujjayi breath is almost like the sound, I find, of the ocean or of Darth Vader. I always think that's a really good image to imagine. You're breathing in through your nose, and then you're exhaling through your nose with your lips sealed. And the breath exhaled, or the exhale breath, is almost like a breath through your throat. So it almost sounds like the breath is contained in the throat. Breathing in. Let's do 1 more this round, or this direction, and then let's change direction. Breathing in to come forwards, breathing out to go back. And I find this is a really nice way just to move around the center of the body, almost like taking a circle around the spine. Let's do 3 more, breathing in and breathing out. Last 2. And finally, last 1, come back to center. Coming onto our hands and our knees. Let's spread the fingers nice and wide. I'll take my helpful ball over here. Let's inhale to arch the back, lift up through the chest. Imagine bringing the back of the head to the top of the tailbone, and then exhale, round through the spine, press through the heels of the hands. And again, inhale, belly drops down, chest lifts. And exhale, round through the spine, gaze to the belly. 1 more time, breathing in to lift up and look up. And then exhale, round through the spine and gaze towards your knees. And then from here, we'll just tuck the toes and lift the hips high and find a downward facing dog. Downward facing dog, spreading your fingers nice and wide. pushing your heels of hands or the heels of the hands into the mat so the fingers have space to move around. And then sending your weight back towards your heels, and maybe you start by pedaling out through your feet, releasing one heel at a time as the opposite knee bends. Maybe you shake your head out gently, yes and no, releasing any tension through the back of the neck. And we'll just start to create a slightly shorter stance, bringing the feet slightly closer towards the hands, and we'll take the right hand around the back of the left ankle and then look underneath your left armpit. And again, let's take 3 breaths here. Deep breath in for 1 and release. Deep breath in for 2 and release. Final deep breath in for 3 and release. And then let's slowly release the right hand back down and do the same on the other side. Left hand comes to the outside of that right ankle. Gaze underneath your right armpit. Deep breath in for 1 and release. Deep breath in for 2 and exhale. Final deep breath in for 3 and exhale the breath out, gently walking the hands back forward, finding again that nice extended downward facing dog. And then let's inhale, extend the right leg high to the sky and bend your knee and open your hip. Now pay attention here to how the weight is distributed between your hands. Is there more weight in the left hand than in the right hand? And if there is, maybe you want to lean into that more so that you can open up through the right side, or maybe you want to bring more weight back into the right hand, so between the two hands it's more balanced. Just paying attention to what's going on as you move. It's just as important as doing the pose. Maybe circling the ankle all the way in one direction to mobilize the ankle joint, and then all the way in the other direction. And then let's slowly bring that knee towards the nose and place the foot in between the hands. Pressing the fingers down, lifting up through the chest to stretch that left hip flexor. Maybe just take a moment here to breathe. Roll the shoulders back and down. Take a deep breath in and a deep breath out. And then see if you can press down through your right big toe so that your hands can come off the floor. And see if you can stabilize by squeezing your inner thighs together. And then as you push down, start to rise, and let's reach the arms up and find a high lunge. Now as we inhale, we're going to stretch the fingers higher, bring the shoulders up towards the ears, and then as we exhale, we're going to press back through that left heel. So tiny movement. Inhale, reach the fingers up, open up through your armpits, and then exhale, press back through your left heel a little bit more. One more time, breathing in, lengthening through the fingers, such small movements. And then exhale, press your heel back towards the back of the mat. Nice, then as we exhale, let's bring the hands down towards the floor, pressing the left hand down. Let's peel the right arm up towards the ceiling. Take a deep breath in here, and then as you exhale, bring your hands down towards the floor, and let's come onto the fingertips and step the left foot to meet the right foot at the front of the mat. Bend your knees as much as you need, and let's fold forwards. Maybe you want to interlace the hands and bring them behind the crook of the neck. And as you do that, you can apply a little bit of pressure to lengthen the muscles down the back of the neck. Maybe lifting your hips a little bit higher. Maybe taking a few moments to bend your knees. Breathing in and breathing out. And then gently from here, let's release the hands down. Bring your fingertips towards the mat. Inhale, halfway lift, lengthen the spine. And exhale to fold. Nice. So from here, let's bring the hands towards the floor. Step the feet back and lift the hips high, returning to our downward facing dog, doing the same on the other side. Let's inhale to lift that left leg high, bend the knee and open the hip. And again, pay attention, just like on the other side, where is the weight in both hands? Is more weight in the right hand or is more weight in the left hand? And then decide, do you want to bring even more weight into the right hand and open up a little bit more through that left side of the body? Or do you want to balance the weight a little bit more between both hands? Circle your feet or your foot in one direction and then circle the foot in the other direction. And then let's look forwards between the hands and gently bring the left foot in between the hands. Lengthen the spine, look forwards. Shoulders away from the ears, belly buttons drawing in. Take a deep breath in. Then press down through your big left toe or your left big toe. Squeeze your inner thighs together and see if you can hover your hands off the floor. Inhale to reach the arms up. Nice high lunge. As we inhale, let's extend the fingers, reach the shoulders up towards the ears, and then exhale, press back through that right heel. And 2 more times. Inhale, we reach the fingers up, lift the shoulders up. Exhale, we push back through that right heel. 1 more time. Inhale, reach the fingers. Exhale, push back through that right heel. And then as we release the hands down, let's windmill, or reach rather, the left arm up towards the ceiling. Take a deep breath in here and a deep breath out. And as we exhale, left hand comes down, fingertips onto the mat, and this time stepping the right foot to meet the left foot at the front of the mat. And this time, let's interlace the hands behind the back and reach the arms up and over as where feels good for you. Squeezing shoulder blades together, opening up through the shoulders. Deep breath in and deep breath out. And then let's slowly release the arms, release the hands down, and peel the spine 1 vertebrae at a time, all the way up to a standing position. Really nice, everybody. Let's bring our hands to prayer, and let's just take 3 breaths here, breathing in deeply, breathing out completely. There is no rush, breathing in deeply, breathing out completely. 1 more time, take a deep breath in and exhale the breath out. Nice. Let's inhale, reach the arms up towards the sky, look up towards your thumbs, and then exhale, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift, lengthen the spine, and as you exhale, plant your hands down and step back, finding a high plank pose. And let's hold here for 5 breaths. So I want you to press your hands into the mat like you're pushing the ground away from you, and then press your heels back like you're drawing your heels to the wall behind you. Your belly button is squeezing back towards your spine. And we've already been here for 2 breaths, so let's take 3 more breaths. Deep breath in for 1, and exhale. Deep breath in for 2. Right here with you, and exhale. Last one. Deep breath in for 3. And as we exhale, let the knees come down. Big toes together, send your hips back towards your heels and lengthen your arms forward. Now this time, try to keep your arms lifted above the ground, fingertips on the mat. And then let your head rest between your upper arms so your ears are in line with your biceps. And just take a moment to really press through the fingers and draw the hips back towards the heels so that you lengthen the sides of your waist. Deep breath in and a deep breath out. Deep breath in and deep breath out. Nice, let's slowly walk the hands back towards the knees. Let's take our ball and let's come onto our glutes. You can actually choose to put the ball or your pillow in between your inner thighs and your hands are free, or you can have the ball between your hands. I'm going to put the ball between my inner thighs. Let's move the flesh of the glutes out of the way and sit on those bony landmarks of the glutes. Reach the arms forwards, palms facing each other like you're shaking someone's hands. Take a deep breath in, shoulders away from the ears. And then as we exhale, let's squeeze the ball between our legs and lower back. So inhale, we lift up, and exhale, we lower back. Inhale to lift, and exhale to lower. Let's do 5 more. Inhale to lift and exhale, lower. 4, 3, 2. And on this last one, inhale to lift, exhale to lower, and then let's just hold here. Keep squeezing your ball or your pillow in between your legs to maintain that stability, and let's bring the hands to the chest. As we exhale, let's twist towards the left, inhale back to center. Exhale, twist towards the right, inhale back to center. So now we're working the obliques. Inhale, back to center. Exhale, twist. Inhale, back to center. Let's do 2 more. Exhale, twist. Back to center. Exhale, twist. Back to center. Let's take hold of the ball, pressing hands into the ball or the pillow, and slowly roll down with control onto your back. Let's reach the arms up and over the head, pressing the hands into the ball. Flex your feet towards you. Feet are hip distance apart. And let's do our roll ups. So let's inhale, reach the arms up. Exhale, tuck the chin into the chest and peel with control the spine all the way up, reaching the ball forwards. Drop the shoulders away from the ears. Inhale, rise. Exhale, roll all the way back down. Maybe you're taking your mat with you like me, so we can just extend our mats again. We'll do 2 more like this. Inhale, reach the arms up. Exhale through pursed lips. Come all the way forward, stretching the ball forwards above the toes. Inhale, come back to center, and then exhale with control, keeping the feet flexed. Roll all the way back down. 1 more time. Inhale, reach the arms up. Exhale, peel through pursed lips. Your spine all the way off the mat, reaching the arms forward. And then come back to center, and then slowly roll all the way back down. Nice. Release the ball down to the side or the pillow. Bend your knees and bring your inner thighs around the ball. So ball goes back between the inner thighs. Press the backs of the shoulders down. Squeeze your glutes. Press your heels into the mat and start to peel your hips away from the floor. Let's inhale, reach the arms up, and then exhale, lower the hips down. Inhale, lift the hips up, and exhale, lower the hips down. Squeezing the ball, inhale, lift the hips up, and exhale, lower the hips down. 2 more times. Inhale, lift the hips up, and exhale, lower the hips down. Last time. Inhale, we lift the hips up. Exhale, we lower the hips down. Releasing the hands down by the sides of the body. Release the ball, and let's just windscreen wipe the knees from left to right. Let's take the right leg and wrap it around the left leg, moving the hips a little bit to the right, and then slowly take the knees down to the left. Open the arms out wide and take your gaze over your right hand. Deep breath in and deep breath out. And gently come back through to center, changing the crossing of the legs. Left leg wraps over the right leg. Move your hips a little bit to the left, and then slowly take your knees down and over to the right. Take your gaze over to your left hand. Deep breath in and deep breath out. And then slowly let's come back through to center. Bring your knees into your chest. Take a gentle rock and roll from left to right. And then let's take a half or 1 leg happy baby. So let's take one hand to the edge of the foot, bring the knee into the chest, and then this other leg, either the sole of the foot can go to the floor, or you can extend the leg down onto the mat. And then slowly let's do the same on the other side, releasing the hand from the foot. Bring the opposite knee into the chest, bring the hand around the edge of the foot. Either the other leg can go extended or the knee can be bent. And slowly let's release the hand from the foot. Again, hugging the knees into the chest. A gentle rock and roll from left to right. Bring your hands underneath your thighs, and let's rock and roll up and down the length of the mat 3 times, keeping the chin tucked into the chest and finding a nice massage along the spine. Last time as we come all the way up to a comfortable seat. let's just close the eyes and take 3 breaths, just as we did at the beginning, to close our class. Deep breath in and exhale. Deep breath in and exhale. Final deep breath in and exhale. Bringing your hands together into prayer, taking a moment just to be completely present with all that you are in this moment now. Namaste, and I wish you the most wonderful rest of your day. Thank you for joining me in this, or with this mini class to move both sides of the body. I hope you became more aware of the different sides and how they feel. Please like and subscribe if you enjoyed this video.